just started weeping.
Wow.
And that was the moment where I truly was touched by the love and grace of God. And I believed it.
Yeah.
I remember going to a Universalist Unitarian church, going on nature walks. We had Buddha by the front door. We had Hindu god statues up in the front yard. We had, I remember he was very into kind of a lot of Eastern mysticism, so and tarot readings and things like that. That was always something that was just a fascination in my home. Not in a big way, but it was there. It was kind of in the background. So, you know, needless to say, no, I did not grow up Christian. I actually started using drugs and alcohol when I was 12 years old. Yeah, and it was, you know, binge drinking, trying marijuana, cocaine by 14, ecstasy, those things. And so my mom and my adopted father ended up getting a divorce, and she ended up remarrying someone who was very, I would say, religious, could quote the Bible up and down. I don't know if he was necessarily a believer, and I have reasons for that, but needless to say, it introduced me to, again, it introduced our home to the idea of Christianity. And one of my friends, they were taking me home, and I remember like leaning my head up against the back window. Something about being in the back seat of a car, looking up at the sky, drew me to God. But I remember saying to him, God, please help me. Like, you know, it's almost as if I didn't know any other way to be. God, please help me. And I got dropped off at my house. I went inside. I used the bathroom, and I heard a ring, the doorbell ring. And I mean, this was within 3 minutes of being at my house. A police officer was there to take me to jail because he had a warrant for my arrest for something. I don't even, I've had so many charges, I don't remember what this one was. Maybe a violation of probation. And he was very kind. He wasn't, you know, demeaning or demanding. He even allowed me to sit in the back of the police car without handcuffs. But he took me to jail, and that is where I think the Lord really sat me down quietly. And I even perceived it then, you know, that it was, I didn't take that as, really, God, I'm going to pray and I'm going to get arrested. You know, it never landed that way in me. Like, somehow, by God's grace, intuitively, I realized that sometimes when God answers our prayers, that's what it looks like. Sitting in this area, in this like room that they took us all to have Bible study, and they told us about the woman with the bleeding disorder that went to touch the hem of Jesus's garment to be healed, and she was healed instantly. And so they had this garment there for all, and invited all of us to come and touch the hem of, symbolically, the hem of Jesus's garment. I couldn't wait to get to that, to touch it, and to touch the hem of his garment. And I just started weeping.
Wow.
And that was the moment where I truly was touched by the love and grace of God. And I believed it.
Yeah.
I didn't know theology at that point. I didn't know, like, I didn't have a great, you know, theology or understand things. You know, there's still a lot there. But the one thing I did know is that Jesus is Lord, that Jesus can help me, and that he loves me.
Yeah.
You know, that's about all I knew.